Hi, I'm Chef Rohana. You are welcome to my YouTube, Chef Rohana. So today I decided to talk about cooking. Let's talk about the little theory, what is cooking, little bit basic theory. Then later on I will explain you how and meaning exactly what is cooking. But today let's do the theory of cooking, very simple manner. So my topic is today cooking. When we talk about cooking theoretically, we cook in two different ways cooking. The first one dry heat cooking. The second one moist heat cooking. The cooking we can do two different ways. One is dry heat cooking, other one is moist heat cooking. So when we cook something, particularly roasting or in the oven or any other way, pan or anything, we can do dry heat cooking, either dry heat or moist heat. I'm going to explain you what is dry heat, what is moist heat. Very simple, everybody knows what it is. The dry heat cooking is we never use moisturized steaming or water or anything as a media to give the temperature to the food. Completely it has to be dry. Heated oil is dry heat cooking. Deep fryers are dry heat cooking. Oven is a dry heat cooking. Those are all dry heat cooking. Deep fryers are dry heat. It's not a moisture. So therefore it's called dry heat cooking. If you fry something, it is dry heat cooking. If you boil or poaching, it's a moist heat cooking because we supply moisture there. So that's the only simple difference. What is dry heat cooking, moist heat cooking. So the dry heat cooking and moist heat cooking. Now, let's talk about under the cooking, what is roasting today. Roasting, we always do in hotels or restaurant, at home, we are doing roasting. We need for parties or when the guests come or when the wedding parties, we do a lot of roasting. Beef, chicken, pork, lamb, everything we roast. So roast belongs to the dry heat cooking, not the moist heat cooking. So now I'm going to talk under dry heat cooking, roasting. So when you do the roasting, let's take about beef. So let's take the beef first. Either beef or either chicken or lamb or anything you can do roasting. So first of all, take the beef. I'm going to explain the basic theory, how you prepare and how you do your roasting in the kitchen, in the hotel or restaurant or home. How you prepare, what is the knowledge you must have to do the dry heat cooking, under the dry heat cooking, roasting. So take the meat first. You have to, after that, you can wash this one and then you have to do seasoning that one. So everybody knows we have to do seasoning. what we are using for seasoning? Definitely we know. Salt and pepper. Yes. Salt and pepper is we need for seasoning. Some other ingredients too. Some herbs we use for seasoning. So salt, pepper, herbs we use for seasoning. Now, what are the seasoning? First of all, number one, seasoning. Number one, we have to do seasoning. What are these seasoning? Let's talk about a little bit. Take a pan, keep the meat inside, and now we have to do our seasoning. Before preparation, basic preparation for roasting. Roasting comes under the topic of dry heat cooking. So now we have to do seasoning. Now let's think about some items of the seasoning. First, salt. Definite. Second, pepper. Everybody knows that one. Then other than that, you can use herbs. You can use herbs, different kind of herbs. It depends on the meat, whatever you use. You can use basil, oregano, anything, whatever, herbs. Thyme, rosemary, lot of herbs we have. So it depends whatever you decide. It depends on the meat, whatever you take, use the herbs necessary. So now we use salt, pepper, herbs under the seasoning. In addition to that, fourth, I mentioned, I am going to introduce mirepoix. Mirepoix. We call this mirepoix. It's a French word. It's originated in France. It's called mirepoix. So if I ask what is mirepoix, our cooks are telling onion, carrot and celery. Yes, we use onion, carrot and celery always as a mirepoix in hotels and the restaurant. Answer is good, but it is not the classical answer for the mirepoix. For the cooks, you have to keep in mind when you go for interviews, the interviewer is not expecting that answer very simple manner. If the interviewer asks from you at the interview, what is mirepoix? I'm talking about this seasoning under the seasoning category. If somebody asks what is mirepoix, don't say to the interviewer onion, carrots and celery. Yes, it is right, but it's not the classical professional answer. The mirepoix is, I write down here, mirepoix. Mirepoix is any aromatic vegetable. That's why the people say carrot, celery and onion. It is vegetable. Yes, we always use it is vegetable because therefore it belongs to the mirepoix. But classical answer is any aromatic vegetable which gives the aroma to the food. Any aromatic vegetable, any. Any aromatic vegetable. So there any aromatic vegetable, then now the people can use onion, carrots and celery. Some other vegetables too. Any aroma gives, you can use as you like. Any aromatic vegetable or herbs. Herbs you can use as a mirepoix or spices. Mirepoix means, it originated in France, is a terminology. Any aromatic vegetable, herbs, spices cut in rough or coarsely. That's meaning, in short, coarsely cut or rough cut of any aromatic vegetable or herbs or spices we call mirepoix. That's a good answer for theoretically professional manner at the interview. At the interview, when somebody asks, therefore answer this answer, don't say onion, carrot and celery. Answer is correct, but it's not professional. It could be answered like that as a housewife. They don't know the theory too much. Therefore, they can say, oh yes, mirepoix, as a mirepoix we can use onion, carrots and not celery. Yes, we use, but professional answer is rough or coarsely cut any aromatic vegetable or herbs or spices. That is coarsely cut or roughly cut aromatic vegetable or spices or herbs. That's the good answer theoretically. Any interviewer will be happy when you answer like that. So therefore, give that answer at the interview, you will win the interview. So now we know what is mirepoix. Now under the seasoning category, roasting, dry heat cooking, seasoning salt and pepper, herbs and mirepoix. So this is the beef now, for example. Now beef could be seasoning these things just as a flavor, increments, increase the flavor. But flavoring, seasoning meaning enhancing flavor only, enhancing flavor. It means we supporting to the flavor increase. That is, but we are not allowed to damage the flavor of the meat or any item what we are going to cook. Seasoning means we enhance the flavor only, no damaging its original flavor. If the beef has its original flavor, we cannot damage the flavor putting seasoning. Seasoning means enhancing only. We give a support to increase the flavor of the beef only. Some people do not think about that. If they want to season that one, they put a lot of herbs, lot of onion. Then what will happen if you put a lot of onion? The onion flavor increase the meat. Then the customer eat with the onion flavor. That's not good cooking. That's not seasoning. Seasoning is enhancing flavor, not damaging the flavor of original taste of the food. So therefore, do not damage the beef taste. Customer wants to eat beef as a beef taste. For example, if you want to eat carrot, if you season the carrot could be eaten as a carrot flavor other than the seasoning flavor. Season it to enhance the carrot flavor but not to damage the carrot flavor. Carrot flavor should be there at the end of until it goes to the customer's mouth. Customer tastes it, carrot flavor, not the seasoned flavor. Season only enhancing the flavor. Those are very important things I'm just telling. Therefore, keep in mind that one. Some people think I'm going to add mirepoix. Mirepoix is onion, carrot and celery. Okay, onion, if he puts too much, what will happen? The onion flavor comes to the food. That's not the cooking. That's not the cooking. That's not the seasoning. Seasoning is without damaging its original flavor, add seasoning to enhance the flavor. That's it. Do not damage its original flavor at all. That's the seasoning. So therefore, don't add too much onion. Don't add too much celery. Don't add too much carrots as a mirepoix together to enhance the beef flavor. Then it is the good cooking. That is the good seasoning. Now, keep in mind that one very well. Now, when we go to roasting, suppose this beef, I'm going to tell you some temperature-wise, little bit, just to start how to do the roasting. When you do the roasting, if it's a big piece, like a 30 pounds or like that, it's a big piece. The big pieces, when you do roasting, I'm talking about roasting. When you start the roasting, first season it like that. You can add mirepoix, salt, pepper, herbs, and like that. Now it's done, ready. Now we are going to do roasting. Now when you think about your roasting item, is a little bit bigger, approximately 30 pounds. It's a big piece. Now, big piece, you must start, number one, big piece around 250 Fahrenheit temperature. Because it's a big piece, if you increase high temperature, it's going to be outside burning, too much burning outside. So therefore, big pieces, let it to be cooked very slowly and taking the time. Therefore, give the temperature 250 Fahrenheit if it's a big piece, like 30 pounds or something. If it's a little bit smaller, 10 pounds, now you can, as a number 2, you can put 300 to 350 Fahrenheit. If it's a smaller than 30 pounds. Then, if you want to increase as a number 3, if it's a very small one, you can cook it 400 degrees. It's a fast cooking if it's a small. So, if it's a big piece, therefore starting temperature 250, at least until it gets cooking. If it's a little bit smaller, like 10 pounds or 8 pounds, you can set the oven temperature 300 or 350 Fahrenheit. It's also slowly cooking, but it's a little bit speedier than the first one. If you speed this one, big one first, is going to be burned outside before cooking the meat inside the meat. So you are not right cooking now. So therefore temperature control is very important. Suppose if it's a small, put 400 and you can cook faster and you can get it quickly outside. Another one we are doing in a hotel and restaurant, we are doing the long term. It's been a day or 8 hours, 9 hours cooking in the oven, but very slow cooking. We put the meat inside at night time and go in the morning and take the meat outside, particularly prime rib. Prime rib, we are cooking very slow oven, slow cooking prime rib, because it's very delicious, very moisturized. Therefore, you can do, now as a number 4, the prime rib I write here. a meat like prime rib, we can set it 175 to 200 Fahrenheit. That is long term. That means long hours cooking. You put meat, prime rib at night time in the oven and go in the morning and take the prime rib outside for the lunch preparation. That one, very slow cooking. Slow cooking food is very delicious and moisturized. Therefore, set the oven for 175 or 200 maximum. You can cook it, set it, you can go home and you can come in the morning. It's properly, nicely cooked, moisturized and tender. So that's the way we are doing at wedding parties. We get a moisturized, flavorful prime rib in the morning to serve the lunchtime. So that is called slow heat cooking. So these are the temperatures. Approximately we are playing with the roasting meat, beef if you are cooking. I'm talking about beef right now. Chicken perhaps a little bit changed, but beef I'm talking about. Other than that, roasting, when you are doing roasting, we are doing another action in the when the roasting meat in the oven. We are terminology, as a terminology we use that word basting, B-A-S-T-I-N-G. That's called basting. When the oven is on, when the meat is in, while we are roasting, we are doing the basting. What is basting? Basting means we are coating every 30 minutes or 20 minutes. We are coating the fat on the top of the meat. Different reason. One is flavoring, other one is protecting, other one is moisturizing and moist heating, moist cooking. Lot of reasons. And other one is to protect the high heat to the meat. We use the fat. So you can use as a basting item oil, butter, a marinade, au jus. You know oil what is, you know butter what is, but marinade, perhaps you know. Jus, I'm going to explain you. The marinade is the items what you are mixing together to marinate the meat. To marinate the meat, we use the marinade. To make the marinade, you use oil, acid parts and other herbs and everything, a mixture. It is called marinade. Marinade we use to marinate the beef. So therefore, now you know what is marinade. The jus. Jus is when you cook the beef, for example, the dipping. The dipping juices we call the jus. That's a French word, J-U-S. J-U-S, jus. That juice is called jus. The jus is the juice coming from the roasting item to the pan. The pan dippings you can use as a basting. I'm talking about basting. For basting you can use oil, butter, marinade and jus. Now you know what is basting. Now you know what is roasting. You know what is temperature of the oven, big meat, small meat, or small portion of meat, a long, slow cooking, what is the temperature and everything. You know what is Mirepoix. The aromatic vegetable or herbs or the spices are roughly cut, coarsely cut. Now you know. Now, these are the basic thing when you do roasting. It is dry heat or moist heat. I'm going to explain next time what is moist heat cooking. Under the moist heat cooking, how you handle the items or meat or anything under the moist heat cooking. So now keep in mind these things. In my next video clip is another one. Before ending, I'm going to talk to you a sear. S-E-A-R, sear. The sear mean when you do roasting beef, sear mean it's browning. Browning, if you want to sear meat, you have to brown it with high heat, about 400 to 450 Fahrenheit temperature. You can sear the meat as a brown. It is called searing. Browning the meat is called searing. But roasting, we don't sear first, we do cooking first and sear later, roasting. So therefore, sear means browning, S-E-A-R, searing. Keep in mind, we can sear beef steaks with the pan. So your chef says sometimes, okay, sear the meat. Sear the meat mean take the steak, high heat pan, put some little bit oil, very little, and high heat, put the steak, browning, both sides. That is searing meat, S-E-A-R. So when the roasting, we don't sear first, but after roasting, we sear it. So that's the difference of the roasting. So today, I explained you a lot of things. Roasting, what is Mirepoix, what are the temperatures of the cooking, roasting, and what is basting. What is the basting, I explained you. What is the seasoning? Seasoning is enhancing the flavor, not damaging the original flavor. So keep in mind this one. My next video clip is going to be a further moisturized cooking and other terminology. You will learn a lot. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. And for today, I'm going to finish my program now. I'm Rohana, Chef Rohana. Subscribe my videos. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Thank you. Bye bye.